Listen to it rain. My amp sounds like it's shh, and I hear the roof shh. This was a Syndicate song called, one of my favorites. It was based on a riff I called Little Red Car, and I'm not going to tell you the story about the Little Red Chevette, but it was a fun one. And I can't fully remember how it goes, but if my old bass player Dave hears it, maybe he'll say, yeah, I think that's how it went. But the riff was pretty easy. It was pretty straightforward. But the drummer Scott, he had a double bass, so when I hit the fast tremoling, he was doing double bass drum to that, and it was really, really, really cool. But this was a song called Delusions of Grandeur, and I modified the riff for the 7-string just to get that low end. So it was normally written on a 6-string at a half step down, but I'm going to do it on the 7-string in standard 2/8. Added in there, but for the 7-string, but I switched from so it's a little bit lower of a tuning. That was such a guys. That's such an intense song to play. It's not a long song, but it's that speed the whole way through. When I listened to it on it's camcorder footage, so it's not the best. I would have loved to heard the recorded version of it. I wasn't on the recorded version because I left the band just as they went to the studio or whatever. I just didn't have the money or the time to do it. I regret that, but that I believe was how the main riffs go, and that's pretty much the whole song on that song. And then there's crazy guitar solo and stuff like that. So I want to see if I can redo it for the 7-string, add a few more parts into it, and re-record it again. But I got to get the lyrics. But yeah, when the double bass kicks in on that. This part here, it's kind of like the pre-chorus. That chord there is pretty cool. Throwing that one in there, nice diminished or augmented chord, whatever it is. Definitely that song would have really benefited from the 7-string. I think the only 7-string on the market at that time was the Vi model. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Yeah, that was Delusions of Grandeur. I think my favorite song. But we had a couple of really cool songs. Again, female vocalist, she was fantastic. Yeah, but when she starts screaming, "Delusions of Grandeur," crowd pleaser. Now, mind you, it sounded a lot tighter with the amp I was using. Same cabinet, same 1991 Mesa Boogie cabinet, 4x12 there with the 4 Celestion C90 Black Shadows in there. Same speakers. I've yet to find a cabinet that I like more than that one. That's why I've had it for so long. But yeah, when I get my other pedal somewhere in this room, I'll hook it up and I'll try those again with that high compression, high gain. Right now I'm just playing through basically straight through tube damp, so it's a little more harsh. But that tube damp would actually sound, I do have the Boogie hooked up there, but that would sound good in the mix for sure, because it would cut through, right? So maybe not as heavy as I'd like, but yeah, so that was, I believe that's how it goes. I'll throw it by my old bass player and ask him if that's how it went. You'll probably say no, it didn't go like that at all. But yeah, if I can remember how the songs went, that'd be great. But anyway, that was Delusions of Grandeur by my old band Syndicate.